What's up, peeps?
What up? What up, fam? What up, fam? Welcome to Mason Dixon Sports. This is Big Tone.
Coach Moody.
Yeah, this is Coach Little Moody, Coach Big Tone. What's going on, fam?
Here, man. Ain't nothing little over here.
Fam, y'all get all y'all Christmas shopping done? Did you get all the gifts? You spent all that money?
Come on, man. I know they still out there.
Some
of them looking at us while they at the mall, man.
Come on, man.
You
for real?
At us while they at the mall. they in the line.
Fam, I know y'all got my wish list, right? so look, whichever one out there got my wish list, listen. I know you bought me that car, but do you expect me to pay the insurance on it too and the registration? Come on, fam. Come on. Someone pay that registration insurance to go along with that new vehicle that I got. But no, for real, we wishing you guys a very, very Merry Christmas, man.
Very Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I hope
and a Happy New Year.
Well, we're gonna get the New Year when we get the New Year. But right now, we're just trying to get through Christmas, y'all.
Yeah, Happy Holidays, peeps.
Just trying to get through Christmas.
Happy Holidays.
So let's talk about, man. So you was at a practice today, I heard.
Boy, you see that red? You see that red?
Nah, I hear you.
Red is coming, baby. Red is coming, baby. Yes, I was at the 14U South practice at Pilates. Just came over here right after. They still going on. I just ran over here. I had to leave it early, but they getting in there, man.
How they look, bro?
They look good, man.
They look good?
They look good, man.
They got a quarterback?
They got a couple quarterbacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a couple. They was doing rotation. It was like next in. I was like, check the whole backfield.
So remind me, who the 13U coach up at the North?
Oh, you don't want to know that.
Yeah.
13U coach at the North?
Yeah. Who's that working with? I know D. Donald Davis is working with him.
Oh. Yeah, because I thought you were talking about D. Donald Davis. That's what I thought you were talking about.
No, not Triple D.
Okay. Working with him, you got Coach Rob Smith running it from he's Mount St. Joe's. He's on Mount St. Joe's staff, and he's on a Lakeland Viking staff. So he's running it.
Is he on the staff or he head coach? What is he?
I believe he's the I think he's on the staff.
You got your coaches, coach.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry, dog. I'm learning. I'm learning, man. Look.
Fam, so what Coach Moody told me is they look good. So here we go. Going down this weekend, Saturday, September 28th, we got the Mason Dixon All-Star game.
Mason Dixon All-Star game.
So we got the times now. Oh, no, look at that blue. Look. Oh, fam, look at that blue. Look at that, fam. You see that? That's the backup. You don't want to see the front. Fam.
Mason. Good, baby. Mason Dixon All-Star game, baby.
The Mason
going down, baby. South, North. Let's go, baby.
So we're starting it off with I heard we got some really good officiating group too. I heard we got high school officials.
High school officials.
High school officials. My shout out to my man Pat Nagel out there who's in charge of.
There you go. What's up?
Officials. Pat's like a coach too. He's been around a long time.
Man. I like what Pat does, man, because he comes and he teaches the kids, man.
Yeah.
He let them know what they're gonna be looking for, what's holding, what's not holding.
This what I'll say about Pat, man. At the end of the game, the players learned a little bit more about football. I don't care what level they're on.
Yes, sir.
I don't care if it's little league or high school. He and his crew, when he's involved, they leave knowing a little bit more about the game.
Yes, sir.
And knowing the rules helps you make you a better player.
Yes, sir. He called it like he said, man.
But
he called it fair and square.
Fam, this is what you're in for a treat from every aspect.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful venue at Mount St. Joe.
Mount St. Joe.
We got a beautiful venue.
Yes, sir.
We got some great jerseys. I'm looking at these jerseys now, man.
Sweet, ain't they?
Oh, they hard.
Yeah, I like
they hard. We have to get a close-up look for the fam on the blue one. Afterwards.
We have to that red is standing out on you. That red is standing out.
Give y'all a close-up.
That red is standing out.
Of that one. But going down, right? Great officiating. Where they still learn more about the game, especially at the 13U when they get ready to go into high school.
That's right.
Then we got high school coaches gonna be there.
High school coach is going to be
The
there.
high school coach is gonna be there checking out our.
They're going to be in the house.
Checking out our young bucks.
Yep.
Great venue, and I heard there's gonna be some good eating, Coach.
Oh man, I hear that.
I heard there's gonna be some good eating.
Gonna be jumping.
I heard there's gonna be some good games, good eating, good officiating.
They said they're gonna have
good looking
hot
jerseys.
chocolate. They're gonna have some hot coffee.
Man,
they're gonna have burgers.
So why you talking about me like that, man? Come on, man.
What?
Come on, man.
What burgers?
No, the hot chocolate, bro. They ain't gotta know nothing about me
burgers?
like that. Yeah, I tell them talking about me like that, man. Come on, man. They don't need to know nothing about me, man. I'm married, dog. You can't be telling the women out there about me like that. But check it out, for real. We're gonna have. I heard the weather's supposed to be nice too, bro.
I hope it's like today.
45 or better. That's football weather.
Football weather right here,
man. This is good coaching weather too.
Man.
Yeah. So we're gonna have some good things. So now it's all gonna get started off with our 10U. 10U. And I heard the 10U.
10U gonna be a battle, dog. I'm telling you right there.
They already scrimmaged once, Coach.
I like my
I
my South. But them billionaire boys and the coaching staff, he got something going on.
They solid up there.
I got Coach Rufus is nice.
Yeah, they solid. And
Coach Rufus know what he's doing up there.
They done already hit stick the South, man.
Come on, man.
They done did it.
Coach Benny just coming back from Florida, man. He's right.
Yeah, he about to go back when it's over.
He's right.
He about to go back when it's over.
He got
the billionaire boys.
And
no. You notice it wasn't $1,000 boys.
It ain't all billionaires. It ain't all billionaires.
I know that, but
they got some broke ones.
Look. It wasn't millionaire boys. Look. They went straight to the billion, bro.
They got
straight to the billionaire.
They got some broke ones.
They ain't got no broke ones. Yo, they getting that cheddar, boy. They getting that cheddar. They getting that, man.
I tell you, man. Like I said, Coach Rufus ain't playing, man. He got some players though. He got some billionaire boys. He got some mixtures up there too. He bringing the north.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about Coach Rufus. He can't even spell that word loss. That ain't even in his vocabulary, in his dictionary, ain't in his thesaurus, Coach. Ain't gonna happen.
Benny gonna have to let him spell it out for him. Huh?
Ain't gonna happen.
Spell it out for him.
So we kicking it off right at 8 a.m. right? 8 a.m. 10U.
10U going down, baby.
10U.
I'm telling you that man.
So
that's gonna be a battle.
At 8 a.m. they better have some hot chocolate and donuts for me.
They better be ready.
Because I like them donuts. They gotta have them.
My understanding the 10U is bringing the heat though. They bring the heat. They gonna start it off.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they bringing the heat. It's gonna be something, man.
Well, that's what I'm hearing, man. Then I hear we got a special guest that's gonna be coming on in a little bit, Coach. But we're gonna get to that in a few.
Oh yeah. Run down.
All right. So here we got 8 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Going down. 10U North beats up on 10U South.
Nah.
That's what's happening at 8 a.m.
It is at 8 a.m.
That's what happened at 8 a.m.
It is at 8 a.m.
Fam, listen to me.
The South.
All right, here we go, fam.
South.
Here we go, fam. Y'all listening, right? At 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Fam, 10 a.m.
Yes, sir.
11U North.
Against?
Beats up on the South.
11U South.
Beats up on the South.
Come on, man. Coach Ty ain't playing.
Yo, Coach. That's at 10 a.m.
Coach Ty ain't playing, man.
Then for lunch, 12 noon.
Woo.
For lunch at 12 noon.
Woo.
Uh-oh.
Woo.
At 12 noon, we're gonna have my 12 U's, Coach.
Coach Dre against Coach J.
Oh.
Dre. D-R-E.
Coach.
Against Jay.
Coach, we're going to 12 U's. And I heard that the 12 U's was out there practicing up in the north the other day, man.
Yeah, they was up there getting it in.
I heard they was high stepping, boy.
They was getting it in. I heard.
I got a peek that they got track speed up there, Coach.
Yeah, but Coach
they got track speed.
Coach, they ain't playing. Coach Jay ain't playing.
That's at 12 U's.
They practicing down south too.
Then but Coach, checkers don't count. Not when the game is chess.
I thought you was talking about the restaurant. Like, who's getting burgers?
That's all you think about is eating. Hey, man. That's all you think about.
Hey.
then check it out.
Mm-hmm.
What we got going down at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
The big boys coming out.
That's right.
Future high schoolers.
That's right.
Now they all future high schoolers, but these are going to be the most recent future high schoolers.
They get ready to step in there.
We got 13-14U.
13-14U. Yes,
13-14U.
Going down.
Yes, 13-14U is at 2 p.m. And you know what? Some of these boys look like they in high school already, Coach. Matter of fact, Coach,
up in there.
At the 12U up in the north, some of them dudes are bigger than freshman high school players. They look like a JV team there.
The bigger they come,
they look like a JV
the harder
team.
They fall.
That's what they say until they get hit by the bigger ones.
The bigger they come,
they say that. They say that before the Thunder. Before the Thunder.
Bigger they come,
but after that Thunder comes, they just getting whipped.
Hey.
They getting whipped.
All right. Now.
So at 13-14U is going down.
Yes.
At 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
And along the whole ride there, eat and be merry.
Yes, sir.
Eat and be merry.
Come on.
Now,
football.
We don't want to see any of them red cups. Wink, wink. We don't want to see any of them red cups. But we're gonna go down. So we want y'all to come out this Saturday. And have fun, man. Support your youngins, man. They putting it in. Support them before they go get that NIL deal.
Can they already get the tickets?
Yeah. You can buy tickets online, Coach.
They can buy tickets online?
Yeah. They can buy tickets online. I think we got a link. We got a link. We'll be sending out. They'll see this tonight.
We got to post that link up, dog.
Yeah.
We got to post that link. People are wanting to come, man. They knocking on the door. Them where the tickets at? How can I get my tickets?
Listen, plenty of tickets for all y'all to go around.
Come on, man. We gotta get that link.
Yeah,
up,
we want these young men in here. 10,000 screaming fans.
They was trying to put the tickets under the tree, man.
What?
Yeah, Christmas. They was trying to put the.
Well, we're gonna put it up by the night then and send the link.
We gotta have it up by the night,
man. So look, link, man. We got the link already. We just gotta make sure it's posted.
Yeah, so they can print it out.
So
put it in an envelope.
Put
in stocking stuff.
Check back with us at MasonDixonSports.com.
MasonDixonSports.com.
It'll be there, before you eat dinner. MasonDixonSports.com.
MasonDixonSports.com.
All right, go there and click the link that says tickets.
Hot tickets.
And just go ahead and do what it say do.
Print them out.
Get
your tickets, print them out, put in an envelope, put in the stocking stuff.
Yep. Get out Coach Moody's credit card. His credit card number is 66. But
no, wasn't going on sixes on me.
Yeah. Like, you the devil.
I know I went red, but
you
the
devil.
Ain't going on sixes.
You the devil.
So, doing that
but look, we got a special guest coming up.
What you talking about, Coach?
Coach.
What you talking about?
We got my man. I mean, he's dear friend, like fam. I'm gonna get rid of the word like. Fam.
He's fam.
Fam.
All right now.
Fam.
All right.
We call him Triple D.
Triple
D. And y'all know him. We've been talking about this man for a minute now. For a minute now. He got the beautiful facility up north that we all gonna be on.
He's letting us
gracing that turf. Getting used to that facility.
Graciously letting us be up there. Huh?
Yeah,
that's right.
You know what? He's about the kids too.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I mean, like
he's been doing this for a while.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that, but Donald Davis, we're gonna have on. Yeah,
Donald Davis.
Yeah, and he's gonna be gracing us, man, with his presence real soon.
All right, man. That's all right.
As long as our producer don't have any technical difficulties.
No, we have no technical difficulties. Not with Donald Davis.
Yeah, but you know what?
No, man, we can't do that.
Come
on, man.
Our producer,
our producer's on point.
Huh?
Don't even do that.
Oh, he good. I mean, we got two of them.
Yeah, we got the second string in there right now, but he's good.
Yeah,
he's good. He can take it to the championship.
Yeah, he get it done.
Yeah. You definitely get it done.
So we waiting on our producer to
is Donald ready to come on? We going to bring him on, or
the key us up? Yeah.
Oh, do we got to talk about the January 20th? Is he ready to come on, or do I need to talk about that?
Oh man, well you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go. Let's get him on. Then you can talk about.
All right, let's go.
You can talk about J20.
All right, let's go.
Let's get him on. Let's talk about J20.
Let's go. Here we go. Here we go.
There he is.
Look at my man. Look at him.
Bam, the man, the myth. Now, y'all out there and have heard us talk about the man, the myth. We call him Triple D. D. Donald Davis.
There you go, my man. Let's give a round of applause.
What's up, fam?
Man, look, it's Christmas Eve stuff. Running errands.
Is that a bus you driving, Coach? Look like you driving a bus. You got kids on there?
No, I'm in the car.
No, look. Y'all know
more recruits.
Y'all know
recruits.
Yo, this man, right? He does what it takes. So you always got to see if he got kids with him first before you start talking to him, because this is a man that cares about the kids. He totes them here, totes them there, takes them all over the state, getting them recruited, be having them at his house, but he be making them do yard work when they at his house. That's what he really be doing, fam. Yeah, he be making them do yard work, So how your holiday season going, Coach Davis?
Oh man, so far so good. So far so good. So I'm just, I'm still working, but relaxing a little bit.
Well, you got my size, right? You give me the right gift, right?
I'm gonna get you the same thing I got you last year.
Oh, the same thing again. Two of them, the same thing. Wow. So Coach Davis, we got Coach Davis, which y'all that don't know. Coach Davis, he is the head coach of the entire football program at Mount St. Joe's. Now, those that don't know, he got a freshman, JV, and varsity. So he got 3 levels for y'all to play at and get loan. So hey, we're going to just jump right in, Coach Davis. Let me ask you this question. How long have you been coaching high school football?
Like almost 25 years, man.
25 years.
Yeah.
Hey, fam, he don't even look 25, do he? Hey. Fam, he don't even look. He got the dreads going on. Look, he got the dreads, slinging the dreads. He don't even look 25, fam. But this man just say he been coaching for 25.
16, 13. You making me count now. That was 19 plus
look,
3.
That's close enough for horseshoe and grenades, man.
Plus 2, 24. Yeah. Hey, next year will be year 25.
Okay, good enough for government work.
Next season will be 25.
So that's government work. Coach Moody, he don't work. He retired. Coach Moody retired at 75. Y'all give him a hand. This cat retired. So Coach Davis been coaching for almost 25 years, y'all.
Wow,
that's a long time. So I know in those 25 years you had a couple of stops along the way, because you ain't been at Mount St. Joe's all 25 years, Coach. So tell us where else you've been. Give us a couple of your stops.
So actually, coaching. I've been coaching more.
You got to repeat it. Got technical difficulty
for a little bit, and then I went to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, say that again, Coach.
Man, you went into a bad zone because we were still live. I had to move and make sure.
Sorry. So started out at Emerson High School. Then I moved to college to coach at Goucher College.
Oh, wow.
So I coached at Goucher College. And then went to Cardinal Gibbons. So I coached at Cardinal Gibbons for 7 years. Then I went to Calvert Hall, was there for 13.
Oh,
and then Sitwell Friends in Washington, D.C. for 3. And now St. Joe.
Oh, so let's back up. You was at the president's school? You was at the president's school? Sitwell Friends?
Well,
indeed.
Oh, wow. And then, so 13 years at Calvert Hall. So you was in a lot of Turkey Bowl games. You played a lot of them. Oh,
yes,
wow. Sir. Then I'm hearing that you was at public school at one time too?
Yeah, I started out at Emerson, helping with track and field.
Then you went to the collegiate level.
Yep.
Wow. And then you decided to get back to the high school. That's a lot of experience, a lot of coaching there, Coach. So
a lot of years.
Wow.
You're doing that thing, baby. You're doing that thing.
So let me ask you this. I heard a little birdie tell me that you were the first minority head coach in the A conference and the MIAA. Is that true?
Um, I think when it became the MIAA, yeah, I think I was the first. Yep.
Wow, congrats. You're the grandfather. You're the grandfather of
Godfather.
minority coaching up in the MIAA.
Yeah, I like that better, Moody. I like Godfather better than grandfather.
Godfather. You know how
I
you
like
do, man. You
Godfather
gotta
better.
make
Well,
everybody.
I mean, I want everybody to know, that Coach Moody's older than me. You know what I mean?
I got
So
nothing
let
to
me
do.
let me ask you this, Coach, a real tip. Now that I got you here, what kind of pressure did you get, like, because being the first minority A conference head coach, I'm sure that came along with a lot of stuff being a trailblazer like that. Well, what were some of the issues you had to deal with, and how was that for you?
I mean, I'm not sure about issues because God keeps me covered. There's some things that happen to you don't even notice because God got you covered. But it was always important to me. I remember for the first time, sitting in MIAA meetings and praying that I did a good enough job so that one day I wouldn't be sitting in there as the only minority coach, where some other guys would get an opportunity, and not necessarily because of me, but at least I wouldn't be the person. I didn't want to be the person that closed doors on anybody. So I wanted to, comport myself properly, take care of kids, coach at a high enough level so that if another guy with a similar background as me came forward for an opportunity, he wasn't disqualified because of me. Somebody that's very deserving ends up getting disqualified because, you know, another guy that came before him sort of messed it up. So I always hope that I did a good enough job, and I guess I did. I guess I did a good enough job because
Well,
there's certainly several others. I believe you know one.
Coach, I was just getting ready to say you didn't close any doors, you opened doors
You
because
open them, baby.
you
Open
made
them
it
wide
possible
open.
that I had the opportunity to sit in that room with you in the A conference. And now I'm in the B conference as a head coach. But I had the opportunity to sit in that A conference room with you because of the job that you did when you were given the opportunity. And look, when I looked around, there were more than one and two of us, you know,
Indeed.
and and they're still doing a great job, all of them doing a
Yes,
great
sir.
job.
Yes,
And,
sir.
that's
The
just
trailblazer.
that's
The
a
Godfather.
that from A to B, that's a competitive conference, competitive league.
Very.
It is. It is. It definitely
I
is.
mean, you got to be able to coach when you're up there. So
You
let me
dang
ask
on
you
right.
this: tell
Coaches
us about
all the
some.
way around. There's some great coaches in the league.
Oh my God, yeah,
Yes.
and great coaches, great players, just great attitude too. You know. So tell me a little bit about the rewarding moments you had along these stops, these several stops.
Um, you know what? Like it's easy for to think about like, oh, when we won the championship or oh we won this turkey bowl. Those are all great, rewarding, but probably, and you know this from being in it, both of you, from being in this a long time, like the most rewarding pieces for me are seeing these dudes become dads and be great fathers. Seeing them take some of the things that reminding you that remember when you told me this or you taught me that, I use it every day in my career, or I've been telling my children this or whatever. So I think for me, it's nothing like no major seminal moments. It's just those small. You have conversations with guys every day, and they just talk to you about the things that you taught them, things you instilled in them, that they utilize in their lives every day right now. So I
Yeah,
think that's probably those are the things that are my most cherished memories of the moments when I taught the guys, um, and they can go back to, hey, this is a part of my foundation, or you are a part of my foundation.
Gotcha.
and so when I say turkey bowl, what turkey bowl? Because you've been in a lot of, you've been in more than a dozen of them, Coach. What turkey bowl comes to mind when I say turkey bowl?
Oof. You know what? The first win, the
The
first
first
one we
one.
won, is probably the most memorable one, because it was we hadn't done it before. It wasn't something we had lost. I think 17 out of 20
Wow.
prior to that. So
Wow.
it wasn't something that any of those kids had ever experienced. Um, and they had worked extremely hard that year. I was really fortunate. My son was on that team as well. So we got to share that together. So, I would say probably the first Turkey Bowl win in '09 was a really special one, a really special one to me.
Wow. So now, as a high school coach, and I know you're involved with the youth a lot. How does the youth game translate to the high school game uh, for these young guys? These young guys asking who are in the youth game right now, coach, and they're killing the youth game. How does that translate to the next level, especially the high level that you coach at in high school?
I think it's a couple things. I think one of the good things that you're seeing with, the fact that we've got, whether it's the team in Washington or the Baltimore Ravens now, there's been like more of an emphasis on professional development by coaches. So, the sophistication of offenses and defenses and training that kids are doing now at the middle school age, I think is getting them a little bit more ready for the X's and O's piece of high school. With kids playing 7-on-7, you've got kids that can throw and catch, that are extremely skilled. Opportunities like Mason Dixon that those guys are playing in, so they get more of an opportunity to play against high level players from other programs or from other parts of the state. I think the visibility I think it's grown. It's way bigger than say when we were kids, when really all you did was play in your neighborhood and with the people you knew, which is great. I mean that was awesome. The foundations of the game and the coaches that taught us, but now with the kids' ability to compete at an extremely high level and compete all over the place, I
Mhm.
think gives them um, a little bit more experience when they walk into the high school to say, okay, like I know what it looks like to play in a hostile environment. I know what it looks like to play against people who are going to probably maybe play on Sundays. Like
Mhm.
if you play in like a game, like you take the Mason Dixon games, right? There's going to be somebody, and we maybe don't know who right now. And it might not even be the guys we think. There's going to be somebody that plays in one of those games that's going
Yeah.
to play on Sunday. Like
Yep.
several guys
Got
are
it.
going to play on Saturday, but somebody going to play in the pros. So, I think because kids are being exposed when they get to the next level.
So with all these great, what do you look for in a youth recruit when you're out there recruiting these youth guys? What are you looking for to make them part of your program?
I think we got one guys that are passionate, like they play with great passion and enthusiasm. They're coachable, and they're great teammates. Like I think if you have those things, like if you're passionate, you play fast and physical football, you're a guy that can still learn and always get better. And you're a guy that cares about his teammates, cares about the team that you play on, cares about the other guys that you play with. I think any guy with that makeup can succeed in our program because they got the necessary character markers and work ethic to do well for us.
Yeah, because you're building up there, coach. Like it's been a long time since I heard that you heard you got a freshman team now too.
We
Go
do.
along with that awesome JV team and varsity. So when
I
you
guess
transition,
brick by brick,
so that's how you're doing it.
brick
So
by
let me
brick.
ask you this.
Yep.
So, so let me ask you this, coach. Uh, what do you look for when, as far as academically, for your players when you're recruiting them?
So I think if you look at the same things we look for as for players, I think those same things translate um, to the classroom, right? Right. You talk about passionate players. It's the same as guys that work hard. Like, do guys have to absolutely love school? No, man. None of us probably loved school at 12 or 13, but they're passionate. They have a pride about being a good student. They work hard to be the best
Yeah.
student that they can. They're teachable students, right? They're guys that have good character in the classroom, and they're people that other people can follow. Other people that are in their classes or people that go to school with them want to be like
Right.
that see them say, I definitely could succeed if I like whoever, insert name. Teachers want to teach a kid like that. Those are the types of guys that we want in our program. Is like I said, the same character markers that you're going to hit on the field. We want them in the classroom, man. Love to do what you do, right? Be passionate about it. Have some pride. Takes pride in your work. Be a person that's not afraid to learn or not afraid to be corrected. Um, be a person that's gonna get better, that will get better, that can get better. You know, and be somebody that just people generally want to be around. Like if people just in general want to be around you,
Right.
I think you're the type of person that we would want because shucks, people want to be around you.
Yeah, yeah. So what coach, what are the challenges that you see like out of these youth guys transitioning to high school? Like the obstacles. What challenges do you see them having to face?
I think the noise, um, because there's so much emphasis on the monetary piece or the flash, what they see on the
Yeah.
internet and social media. I
Hmm.
think kids can get distracted by like all of that noise around them. And that's whether it's adults creating that noise or just things that they're exposed to in the greater media or social media. But being able to just put the blinders on, man, focus on what's important, right? Trying to become the best version of themselves every day. Like every day, I want to be better than I was the day before. I want to be the best person that I can be. I want to be the most coachable that I can be and improve my skills and so forth. So I think those are challenges. That's hard to do. Again, it's really hard when you're in middle school and to
Yeah.
just every day chop wood, chop away at trying to be better when you don't, not everybody has the maturity at that age to sort of have that level of foresight. That's why it's good to have good people around you.
Yeah, yeah. So, one of the things that I've seen, and I wonder if you had to deal with it, do you see a difference in these players, post-COVID players versus pre-COVID players? And if
Yes.
you do, what difference do comes to mind?
So um that's complicated. I don't know that I can pinpoint just one thing that I see that's different. But you can tell that number one is kids were impacted by that time, right? I think one is just the level of maturity, right? The
Mhm.
socialization piece that kids had prior to 2020. It doesn't matter what age you look at, those kids are a year, sometimes 2 years behind where you expect them to be, where we want them to be from a maturity standpoint. Um, those kids were impacted. I mean, we had to deal with it as adults, and adults were impacted by it. Imagine being 10 when that happened, when you're
Yeah,
still learning how to read, being 12 when you're still learning how to make friends. You're still learning that maybe it's football wise. You're learning the game of football, and that gets completely interrupted for 6, 8 months, maybe 12 to 18 months for some other kids. So I just think you're seeing still the residual effects of just all the changes that kids had to go through, not being able to go to school, not getting the same level of education, the socialization being different, not being able to, take that normal growth pattern that a kid is going to take from 10 to 12 years old, from 12 to 14, from 14 to 16, because it got interrupted during that span. So I think you see it really everywhere. I think it's going to be probably a long time until kids who weren't old enough yet to be impacted by the pandemic. Um, once they get of age, then you'll probably start to see it. Maybe 6, 8 years from now,
yeah.
you'll start to see sort of kids being sort of regulating, getting back to where maybe we expected them to be.
Now the pandemic having that kind of impact, and with the ever changing space in football, how is that? Has it changed you? One two-part question: has it changed how you coach and how you recruit?
Hmm. Um, in some ways, it changes how we coach, just because we got to be cognizant of that, right? That kids today are not kids from 15 years ago. I think they generally want the same things, but they're a little bit different, and they have far different experiences. Um, I don't know that it changes the way we recruit, because I think we're looking for character markers that are, I don't know that they call them timeless, but things that are a little bit timeless. I just think we've got to understand sometimes that people may not be exactly where we expected them to be 5 or 10 years ago. We might catch them at a different place. We're still looking for the raw material, kids that have some of those pieces that can be developed, but we still want the same things. So
Okay.
coaching, maybe a little different. Recruiting, probably not as much different.
So you're not lining kids 10 yards apart and just having them go straight at each other and just bang heads anymore. You don't do that,
No,
coach.
man. Nah,
You
nah,
ain't
that's,
coaching like
listen,
that.
listen, I like my home. And I want to keep it. So we ain't lining guys up 10 yards apart and running them square into each other, head on car collisions,
See, I
because
told you, Coach
I
Moody,
like
you
my
can't
home.
do that. I was telling Coach Moody not to do that at his practice. I told you can't do that. You heard it now from D. Donald Davis. You can't
Donald
do that.
Davis, it's
You
his
can't. You
word.
can't do
His
that,
word
man.
now. His word is the gospel.
No.
So so now you look at the college level, right? At
Hmm.
the college level, you got the college portal. You got these NIL deals. You got colleges in 2025, they got to trim their roster. You have colleges that now have early signing day moved from December to June. With all this impact, and you got the revenue share now coming up in college in 2025. As being involved at every level in football, how have you seen that impact your high schools? First of all, your high school players.
The unfortunate piece is that it's changed what kids are looking to do. Some of their goal sets have changed, right? Like they're more focused or more driven or motivated by the monetary piece of it. There's not as much love of the game. There's certainly not as much love for education, right? Like we looked at playing college football as a means to like, yo, this college football is going to open the doors of education for me so that I can get a great education, so that I can put myself in position to feed my family one day. And I don't know that by and large, kids are looking at it that way. They're looking at it like, yo, I want to go do this so I can get paid right now, and necessarily the loss of the love of the game isn't there um, in the same ways. I think kids enjoy playing as much as they ever have because the exposure. So they enjoy. They're intoxicated by all the media and the coverage and whatnot. But I don't know that just purely the work, the grind, that people love it in the same way as they did. So that's one of probably the downsides. The upside is I guess kids get an opportunity to change their family dynamic a lot earlier. There's kids that are going to college now that just getting to college to play football is enough to change their family dynamic. I mean, I
Yeah,
saw a thing today talking about a kid possibly signing a 2-year deal to transfer over, and he's going to get $8 million.
yeah, I
You
saw
know,
that.
Wow.
so now a kid is 20, 21 years old can change the landscape of his family's finances,
Yeah,
at least temporarily. And prayerfully, if they do it right, they can change it long term. So I think there's a little bit of an earlier opportunity, which is a great thing. I think college football, NCAA, they've done it poorly. They were greedy in the beginning, didn't want to give kids anything. So the NIL world opened up, and now I don't know if you can get that genie back in the bottle because
yeah,
now the kids can make so much, like an unlimited amount of money. I think it's going to be hard to regulate and just say no,
yeah,
no, 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 no. Now we're just going to give kids $50,000. I just don't know how they're going to get that genie back in the bottle at this stage. Where if they did it the right way, they probably would have been able to regulate it, keep
I got you.
education still first, and where these kids, yeah, they're getting paid, but they're still in many ways amateur athletes, a lot like Olympians
yeah,
are. Like I look at, college football could have been a lot like the Olympics, where it's just not, it's still regulated and not completely outrageous, where there are people being compensated and their lives are being changed, but they still have that focus, right? The Olympics, there's still people who focus on winning a medal for their country, representing their country in sport. That's something that I just don't know. I don't know that we're going to get it back in the same way that we had it like prior to the pandemic, right? Prior to NIL and the
Right.
transfer portal.
Right.
Pride in school. I mean, how many guys are staying at a school for 4 or 5 years now?
It's not happening.
So there's not the same level of pride in one's institution because they just spend a shorter amount of time there, and it's a very it's monetary in terms of the relationship, right? Like it's not as transformational as it was. You go in as a freshman, you leave as a 22-year-old senior, and that place has really made a difference in your life. It's a lot of transactions going on. I went there because they gave me the most money or gave me the opportunity to be a first-round draft pick or put me in position to win the Heisman or whatever, and not necessarily put me in a locker room with people who are going to change my life forever, who are going to give me some of the skills that I need to be a better dad, to be a better husband, to be a better citizen, and so forth.
You know, when I hear from college coaches, one of the things they're telling me is the difficulty in coaching these young men who are making twice and three times more than they're making now. That becomes a problem. And the other problem that I'm hearing is like high schools, the opportunity for high school players have dwindled tremendously with the advent of the Porto and this NIL thing.
Yeah, I mean, because now you got NIL, kids will stay in school longer, right?
Yeah,
Everybody got an extra year, so the pandemic gave everybody in college football an extra year, so that thinned that funnel just that much more. Now it's going to get even more with now that playing in JUCO doesn't count.
I know that's
So you don't even
crazy.
lose years. So where a 23 or 20, I was a 23-year-old senior. So I know, like, and we were anomalies. There were three of us, and that was an anomaly to be that old as a senior. And now, you know, being 25, 26 is going to be commonplace as a senior. So when you're 17, you're walking into a locker room, 25, 26, 27-year-old men, and women in the women's game. But, 27-year-old man and a 18, 17, 18-year-old boy are not the same.
No,
So locker rooms are going to change dramatically. And if I'm on a year to year as a college coach, and you're telling me that if I lose 4 games in a row, I'm going to get canned, um, am I trusting 17-year-old kids with my mortgage, with my kids' education, with,
right.
Right.
I'm going to take the guy that's 22 or 23 and has a proven track record. So that's going to impact high school kids even more, where like in a negative way, where now not as many high school kids are going to get the same opportunities. And guess what? It ain't going to change how many of them think they should or want it,
No,
which is just going to put more stress on high school coaches.
So
Um,
you see Tony's record coming down, man. 55 in college. He was first one. 55 playing on the college roster.
yeah. I was 55 playing in college, but it's funny you talk about being a 23 as a senior. You know, Coach Moody graduated third grade at 23. Yeah, he was 23. He was driving to the second grade graduation. But
he
let
was
me ask you
dating,
this, Coach.
he was dating teachers on the faculty.
Oh,
Coach
well,
Moody was dating the teachers.
if they would have him, come on, look at this cat. Look at this cat, Coach. You know. So let me ask you this, Coach. We know that we got the Mason Dixon going down at beautiful Mount St. Joe's on this Saturday, December 28th, and shout out to you for all that you do for the youth. Uh, what else? You got anything going on for the youth? Throughout the 25 school year.
So we just actually had a big man camp at our place, which was a huge success. We're gonna have some, middle school camps as we hit next year. So some prospect camps for middle schoolers, and then my summer camp. But that's really probably it, other than like when we get our freshman class to start working with those guys. But a lot of it for us is going to be, in the spring and summer of next year. But yeah, we just had a big man camp at our place, and it went really well.
Oh
We're
wow, you got
excited about it.
you got to let Mason Dixon know about that, Coach, when
Yeah,
you're having
man.
all those youth activities, because I
Yes,
know you
sir.
do a lot for the youth. So,
Yeah.
so if I'm an eighth grader, or how do I go about becoming part of your program, Coach? If I want to play for D. Donald Davis someday, that's my dream. How do I get that accomplished? Parents want to know.
I don't know if there's people going to bed at night dreaming about that,
I'm
But
sure there is.
if there's a family that's interested in our institution, I think the first piece is to get a hold of somebody, whether it's Shelton Ely in our admissions department, or Raheem Martin, who's our director of recruiting. So he screens prospective student athletes. Going to our website and finding our guys, or getting in touch with me via email or social media. So you can find us on IG. You can find me at D Davis Football Coach. And then just, the inquiring is the beginning, and then taking the test, the HSPT, if you haven't already, making sure you apply to the school, which this past Friday was sort of the first deadline. So anybody who's still looking forward to it probably needs to reach out to us. And then getting us your school records, right? Doing what they're supposed to do in middle school, so that when they students send those school records, they're quality records, that they've got more A's and B's than D's and C's, that they're, not failing classes, that they're doing what they're supposed to do to be good citizens in their program. So that when teachers write those recommendations, they say, a joy to teach. You want to be a kid that people love to teach, even if you're not the best student in that class. You want your teachers to say you're a joy to teach. So I would say, that's the process for us. Filling out all the paperwork, application, financial aid, so that you can put your family in position to maybe be a great fit, and then coming and shadow at our place to see if it is a fit. I'm not a big salesman. I'd rather kids come and just be on the premises at our place, around our student athletes, around the rest of our student population and our faculty, to be able to say, like, you know what, I dig this place. I could be here on a daily basis for 180 days a year times four.
Gotcha.
Now, what if I'm not an eighth grader, coach, and let's say I'm playing high school football right now. I'm a student athlete, and I just want to change. I want an opportunity somewhere else. Is there a different process, or how does that happen?
I think it's a similar process. I think the first thing is to make contact with the school, so that you can do an official inquiry. Make sure that, from a fit standpoint, if you can come and shadow or come and visit the campus, that logistically, like just getting to school every day is something that you can do. That the academics, that wherever a guy has been, that our academics, in some way, are, you know they've been put in a position to succeed at our place, so that they're in position academically to, like, come to our place and thrive. Like, I don't want anybody to fail. You never want to set people up for failure. So you want to make sure students in position to come to the institution and do well socially, do well academically and athletically, right? Like, look at our program and look at our team, and, like, hey, can I compete at that level? And kids got to be honest with themselves, right? Can I compete at that level? Can I help the guys in this locker room? And do I want the guys in this locker room to be my friends? Like, are these the guys that 25 years from now, I want to be sitting on a podcast with them, and hanging out and enjoying each other's company? So,
Right,
I,
right.
I think that's, sometimes people look at all the glitz and glamour and, like, oh, I want that uniform or that helmet. But I think they need to just, take a hard look and see, like, is this something that I want to associate myself with? Do I see myself um, at that place in the institution as a member of that community?
Gotcha.
Gotcha. I think Coach Moody has.
Yeah, one of our viewers got a question for you, Coach. A viewer goes by the handle of I like rubber bands. We want to know what you look for in a center.
What I look for in a center,
Yes, sir.
um, it's easy. You take the two centers I got right now, right? Right.
Mhm.
We got a older center, Jabari Berry, who's a leader, who knows all of his calls, who's going to be a dog and comes to practice every day fired up, right? Like, we got a young center in our program, Braylon Gant, who's a guy who's cerebral and just a quiet leader. So, like, two different types of leaders. But do a great job. Like, can you snap the ball? Can you get to the second level? Can you get the nose guard off the ball? Like, all of those little things, I think, are what we look for in a center. That's what we look for a guy who's in the middle, because our center is going to call our protections. Our center is going to make a lot of our line calls, or at least be a part of several of the line calls to set, where our double teams are going, and or where we're going with where we're sliding the protection and so forth.
Okay, so you gotta have a good football IQ.
Amen.
Football IQ. Okay.
Yep.
I don't think I have any more. Producer, do I got any more questions from the audience?
I think I answered most of them.
Yeah, we had good questions for you earlier. So I think that was all the questions we got from our audience.
Well, D. Donald Davis, we don't want to hold you up any longer. I know you got shopping for me to do. But we want to thank you for your time, the love that you show to the community, to Mount St. Joe's, to the minorities and non-minorities, and just everybody out there. I mean, always pleasant, always charitable. You're a wonderful person, man, and we love you, dog.
Yes.
I appreciate that, Coach. Goodness gracious, I definitely got to cut you a check now for being so gracious, man. You're so kind, too kind.
Put them extra zeros there, Coach.
Yes, sir. Can I put them in the front?
No. I always want the fat ones in the back, the single numbers.
But I'll put them ahead of the big numbers.
We appreciate you, man, and as always, man, a pleasure seeing you. We wish you, your family, and the Mount St. Joe family a happy holiday, Coach.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
All right. Yes, sir.
Take care.
Well, fam, you heard it from D. Donald Davis. That's the godfather of football there. Godfather of football. Yes. This is the grandfather of football right here.
Now I'm the grandfather.
That's the grandfather of football.
Grandfather.
But D. Donald Davis, the godfather of football.
Yeah.
Well, look, fam, it's been a great time.
Wow.
Enjoy your company. But you know what? My wife got honeydews for me to do to get ready for it. We having Christmas here at my house, so I got to go outside and kill the pigeons, for that. But fam, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays from Big Tone and the Mason Dixon crew.
Hey, peeps, Christmas Eve, happy holiday. Hey, be easy. Send those gifts my way. We'll be all right. Take care.
See you.
Peace.